So continental drift theory was proposed by a person called Alfred Wegener. In the year 1912. So in the Alfred Wegener என்றவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா 280 million years ago this earth, the landmass, நமக்கு இன்னைக்கு தெரிஞ்ச எல்லா landmassம் it existed as a one single landmass அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. So what is that one single landmass was called as? Pangea. P-A-N-G-E-A. Pangea. What happened? And the Pangea was sutti, one big ocean was there, one big water body was there. அது வந்துட்டு Panthalassa அப்படின்றாங்க. Yes. So this is the supercontinent Pangea. This is the one big ocean Panthalassa. Okay. So அப்புறம் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா 280 to 150 million years, somewhere in between this time period. Okay, this supercontinent, it breaks into two. One Laurasia, another Gondwana land. So Laurasia in the north, Gondwana land in the south. These two, they are being separated by a water body called the Tethys Sea. So they got separated and they drifted. How did they drift? அப்படினா வந்துட்டு ரெண்டு ஃபோர்ஸோட இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ்ல these land masses drifted அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. So what are those two forces அப்படினா centrifugal force இன்னொரு force என்னன்னா வந்துட்டு tidal force of the moon and caused by the moon and sun. Okay, so under the influence of these two forces என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா that one single supercontinent has broken down into two, the Laurasia in north, Gondwana land in south, and they have migrated apart அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்றாங்க, drifted apart அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொல்றாங்க. Okay, so just listen to me, I'll give you time. Okay, so this is 280 million years ago. So Panthalassa ocean, Pangea is that one supercontinent. Okay, so what happens? Somewhere in between that time period, it has broken. Laurasia north la poidudhu, Gondwana land south la vandirudhu, separated by Tethys Sea. Okay, so okay, so if you want you can take this down, but a bit faster. நான் சொன்னதா அதுலயும் போட்டுருப்பாங்க. One big landmass, Pangea, big ocean, Panthalassa, sea, Tethys Sea, two huge land masses. Laurasia or Laurasia to the north, Gondwana land to the south. So drift started around 200 million years ago. Mesozoic era, Triassic period, late Triassic epoch, and the continents began to break up and drift away under the centrifugal or pole fleeing due to Earth's rotation. Okay, so see here. So okay, so if you spin, இது மேல இருக்கிற any object will try to fly away from the surface. Okay, so that is called centrifugal force. இப்போ ஒரு ராட்னம் இருக்குன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. So a ராட்னம், a merry-go-round that goes like this. Okay, so you go inside it or you put someone inside it and you spin it. What happens is they will be pushed outside. Yes, so that is called centrifugal force, the force that acts outwards. So because Earth is rotating, because of that kind of force, what happens is the continents were moving away அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொல்றாங்க. And also due to tidal currents, due to attraction of moon and sun. Okay, so just know that because of the tidal currents and the ocean வந்துட்டு underwent some disturbances because of gravitational force of attraction from sun and the moon. அந்த disturbanceல இந்த continents வந்துட்டு drift ஆச்சு. So அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு he is giving an explanation. So we'll see. And also this is just a theory. So அப்ப நான் இதுதான் சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு வந்துட்டு evidence கொடுக்கணும் நான். So what are the evidences that he gave? So jigsaw fit. So just listen to me, just see the board, listen to me, I'll give you time to write. So you see Africa oda western coast, South America oda eastern coast. So this is Madagascar, this is India, Arabia abde inga vandu ukarudhu, Antarctica, Australia. So you see that the continents fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, jigsaw puzzle na you know, right? So குழந்தைங்க வந்துட்டு விளையாடுவாங்கல்ல, they put these things together and play. Yeah, so likewise the continents can be put together into one big landmass. So that is an because of the boundaries அது அந்த மாதிரி கரெக்டா ஃபிட் ஆகுது. So they should have been together at some point in time அப்படினு சொல்றாங்க. So that is evidence number 1. So next, availability of fossils across different continents of species which cannot fly or swim. Okay, so this is a Cynognathes. Okay, so this is a land reptile. So this is South America, this is Africa. So the fossil South America la kedachirukku, Africa la kedachirukku, but it's a land reptile. It cannot fly, it cannot swim. So eppadi, unless the land was contiguous, இந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு possibility is not possible, right? Similarly for a Mesosaurus, it's a freshwater reptile. How will it swim across the ocean? Okay, so this kind of examples, fossils of different species found on different continents, okay, which cannot be yeah, okay, which is not possible. That is evidence number 2, fossil remains. So evidence number 3, similar rocks, similar mountain systems. Okay, so you see that these regions matching ancient rock assemblages. So in the mari regions la vanditu rocks that were found are similar in makeup. Okay, so this is Greenland, right? So these are Baffin Islands, this is the Scandinavian Peninsula, the North America. So they should have been together at some point of time அப்படினு சொல்றாங்க. Okay, so this is rocks and mountain systems parunga. So this is the Caledonian Mountains, and you also have something called the Hercynian Mountains. So adu slide la irukum, you can write it later. So Hercynian and Caledonian Mountains here, and these are the Appalachian Mountains in North America. So they are very similar in material and formation. So how is that possible? They are like miles away from each other, but how can they be similar unless of course they were together at some point of time? This is evidence number 3. Okay, evidence number 4, glacial striations. Okay, so what's a glacier? Glacier na vanditu, it is a huge ice, huge very huge mass of ice that moves very slowly. Konjama it moves down its path. So what happens is when it moves down a rocky area, it causes stripes. அது கீறிடும் அந்த surface. Okay, so these kind of glacial striations are observed in Africa and South America, which are similar, but Africa and South America are located in equatorial regions, so there is no possibility of a glacier there unless of course they were there in a polar region at some point of time. Okay, purida? Am I going too fast? No, right. And also we find presence of coal in Antarctica. So how is coal formed abdina? Vegetation, plants irukilla, so plants have to die and then they get buried, and then what happens, over millions and millions of years they become compressed under the pressure and they become coal. Okay, but coal in Antarctica means there must have been plantation vegetation at some point of time in Antarctica, but Antarctica is in a polar region today. So it must have been in a tropical region or a region where vegetation was supported at some point of time. Okay, this is evidence number 4. Placer deposits. So you have to know that what's a placer appadina, placer deposit apna some metals like gold என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா they will be attached in rocks attached அப்படியே in its natural state gold-ஆவே இருக்கும். They are not very reactive. Okay, so when water rushes through those rocks, it will erode that gold. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா அப்படியே erode பண்ணி it will come and deposit in a low lying region. So it comes and falls, deposits, and then it goes. So what happens is yeah, so this is called this is a placer deposit. Okay, so இப்போ என்ன ஆகுது அப்படின்னா there are placer deposits of gold in Ghana. Okay, so we have gold mines in Ghana. Okay, so placer deposits of gold வந்துட்டு கானால இருக்கு, but gold bearing veins are found in South America, Amazon riverல இருக்கு. Okay, so how is that possible? Unless of course they were together at some point of time. So this is evidence number 5. Then tillite deposit. So what is a tillite? Right. Tillite is a sediment created by a glacier. It's a glacial sediment. So because river flows over rocks, what happens? It breaks down the rocks and it creates sediments. Similarly, glacier also, when it flows over rocks, it creates sediments. So இது ஒரு பெரிய மவுண்டன்ல இருந்து நகர்ந்து கீழே வந்து விழுந்து it goes into sea ன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்களேன், glacier. So the place where it has fallen, there will be some deposits. So that is called tillite deposits. Okay, so this kind of tillite deposits, they are found, a similar kind of tillite deposit is found across 6 different land masses, like India, Madagascar, South America, Africa, Falkland Islands, Australia, yeah, okay, and Antarctica also போல இருக்கு. So Falkland Islands come somewhere to the tail of South America. இங்க குட்டி குட்டியா வரும். Okay, so maybe South America இல்ல. Maybe Falkland Islands is South America. Okay, and Antarctica. Okay, so how is this possible? Unless of course they were together at some point of time. Okay, so this is evidence number 6. Okay, so these are the evidences that are being suggested for saying that continental drift theory is right.